Welcome to Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Leslie Weidenbender. I'm here with State Superintendent Glenda Ritz, a Democrat who is in her first term as the Superintendent of Public Instruction. Welcome.
Thank you, Leslie.
Tell me about what it's been like to transition into this job, especially since there are so many Republicans at the State House.
Well, actually, I've been pretty well versed in education policy for several years, so I feel very comfortable talking about education policy. And when I meet with legislators, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about education policy, and so I'm finding lots of common ground, to be honest.
One of the things that I think you found some common ground on is the A to F grading system and the fact that it might need a few changes.
I hope so. I think members of the Senate and the House are interested in seeing a change, especially with the growth model component of that A to F system. I hope to put in place actually more accountable system in which we have some transparency with direct information about individual student growth in the schools.
Can you explain a little bit about the growth model? Because I think a lot of people, even parents, may not know quite what we mean when we talk about growth.
Well, currently the growth model that we have in place in Indiana actually takes student scores on the I-STEP test and compares them with their peers around the state of Indiana and estimates growth for the students. I actually want to figure the growth and calculate the growth per student per school so that we can look at individuals rather than a comparison with their peers around the state.
The House and Senate were both working on bills that had to do with A to F, and I think neither one of them actually ended up passing anything. Are you confident that something is going to happen in this regard?
I am actually, because both of those bills kind of happened like that. Was a clear indication that members in the Senate wanted to change it and members of the House wanted to change it. So I'm actually feeling very comfortable about getting that back in place so we can make a change.
One of the things that the legislators are also considering is a change or a pause in the implementation of Common Core. Can you tell us what Common Core is and explain where your thoughts are about it?
Well, first of all, what they're not is they're not national standards. Common Core is a set of standards that were developed by the governors and states, and 46 states have said, hey, we want to use these. They're deemed to be college and career ready. And taking a pause, I actually would like to take a small pause and look at standards, especially in the area of math. We have to talk about our delivery system of math, and in order to do that, we need to talk about the standards. So I'm looking forward to that dialogue.
One of the things I hear you're working on is a family literacy program looking towards summer. Can you tell us about anything?
We are. We're working with nonprofits and groups around the state of Indiana that deal with literacy, public libraries and schools and nonprofit organizations such as United Way, and we're going to be getting everybody excited about doing reading this summer. And it's going to be called Who's Your Family of Readers? A little play on words there, and it's going to be quite exciting, but it's going to extend into the school year, talking about making sure that we're reading outside of the school day.
What are your thoughts about the legislation the House passed that would expand the voucher program?
Well, the expansion of the vouchers, well, first of all, we may lose $26 million with this sequestration. That's going to happen, and well, that may happen. And so expansion of the vouchers actually will take more money right off the top of public school dollars. So I'm opposed to the expansion of the vouchers.
Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate your time. It's very good to have you here.
Thank you.
Good luck in the rest of your session. And I guess I should ask you, is there any one more priority you have for the legislative session?
Well, we're going to be working on less testing in the actual classroom and more time for instruction. I don't necessarily need to have legislative work to do that. I can do that with rule.
Thank you so much for joining us, Superintendent. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'm Leslie Weidenbender with Comcast Newsmakers.